Okay.
All right.
Take it away, guys. Oh, no, don't take it away, guys. Go get the milk. I'm sorry. You know, the kids wake up at different times. The twins are early risers. The 10-year-old, she gets up like, okay, where is my food?
It's time to do this.
Yeah. And she looks like, and well, anyway, here we go. We are addressing one of the issues that happened. Hey, Bam Manola, you know,
Yeah, we got
I'm catching up. I'm catching up.
We got some people in the chat.
Go ahead and do that. And I'm catching up on everybody, especially Bam Manola, because his lives are quick and short.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Go Live Together with Coffee and Tea. We are your host and hostess. We want to welcome everybody who's made it into the chat and also into the replay. First up in the chat is Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, Bam Manola Lawn Adventures, and Bone Tire Travelers. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. And let me tell you guys, not only did we have fun, we didn't mention this since we've been back, but we learned something this week.
Yes.
Our past week on the celebration thing. But we didn't mention it because it was like a working knowledge thing, because we were on there with so many great creators. They told us how to and how they react to conflict that comes their way on their channel.
Yeah.
And they brought it up, and the way they do it, hey Destination, hey Sherry.
Hello.
Hi Sherry.
The way they do it is similar to the way I did it this morning.
Yeah.
One of the creators, one of the big creators, naming no names, one of the big creators had an issue. I'm gonna go through all the things.
Right.
A email, not an email, a message, wasn't it?
A private message.
A private message was sent to one of the creators of the group that we were in, the
FRCGC.
Yeah, it's a lot of letters. And so what that creator did, he read it and he sent it to his wife, because that's what he did. That's just what he did. And so the wife contacted the person that sent the message. What I didn't do, I left that step out.
Right.
Okay. And she said to that person, why did you feel, what was it, more comfortable going to my husband and not to the person you had the issue with?
Right.
And she never got a reply back. Okay. Then another, this is all in our meet and greet. Okay. All in the meet and greet. I'm not going to call names and throw shade on anybody's channel.
No.
You know, because the people that we were with, we love. The people that were throwing shade on them, and shade is just like a hood thing, you know, that means
it's hate mail is what it is.
It's not hate mail.
It's hate mail.
No, it's not. It's not hate mail. It's an opinion. Let's do that. Opinion.
Yeah.
It's an opinion. Okay. Then there was another creator. They're big. They're big. I'm not going to say they're not big as this other creator that was there.
Right.
They're big, but they had an issue. And again, the wife had to take over and do it. But as you see, Z is not here. His Let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
This show was my idea, and because Z had a double whammy, okay, I'm just gonna put it out there.
He got hit hard,
He got hit hard
multiple ways.
by a catfish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody catfished him and pretended that they had this beautiful girl
Yep.
that was going to be on the Jubilee.
Yeah.
And Z got hurt by that when he found out that it wasn't true.
Right.
Yes.
And this was the time that he had put down
liquor
and was saying, I can't drink for 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
Because two big creators, Ocean to Ocean and Sea Leg Journeys,
and Warmstrong also
were going to give him some onboard credit if he had stopped drinking. Okay. Next thing, what was the next thing that happened to him? Something else. It was another big blow to him.
Yeah, but that first one, you know, we had to work through that one.
Yeah, and so what Z did, he contacted the men in the cruise community, and he talked to Jeremy, he talked to Bruce, he probably talked to Eddie, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
but I know he talked to Bruce, Jeremy, Warmstrong Adventures, Warmstrong Adventures, you know, about how to and what's the guy named Derek from Island Time.
Yeah.
And he talked to all these guys, you know, and all the men gave him advice, you know, and things like that. And we all rallied behind Z to keep him from drinking. I suggested to put Z on the show with us
on the morning show
because he needed an outlet to keep him busy. Then after some months, he said, well, I'm going to start a gaming channel, which is going to keep him more busy.
Right.
You know, because our thing is helping people.
We build people up, not tear them down.
And we're hoping, because he was a little sad this morning.
Oh, no, he was very sad.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say very.
Very.
It's not. I make a lot of sounds, Scott, if you don't know. And we called Z. Well, I didn't call Z. Jeremy called Z as a man-on-man thing. And talked to him yesterday. And explain. We didn't say who the message was from or anything like that.
Right.
But the thing that we are stressing, because and
this is the part you pay attention to,
is each creator that was on that trip with us advised us to say whenever something comes our way, because Jeremy is not the complaint department, let me tell you. And
I was trying to put our vlogs together yesterday, but kept on receiving message after message after message after message.
He's not the complaint department. And I'm sorry we're telling you guys this, but most of you all are creators of some sort, be it cruise, be it homesteading, because I've got a lot of different people in my thing, fishing, you know, all of that. Instead of coming to one of us with your complaint about somebody, go to that person and offer suggestion.
Yes.
You know, because Z didn't understand the conversation yesterday that you had with him fully. Right. Okay, and we all know and understand Z's understanding. He didn't understand that interaction that you had with him. And then the thing that I did this morning, he didn't quite understand it. He called us
Mm-hmm.
and said, I got a weird message. See, he didn't understand
Right.
what was going on. And you have to break it down. And for us, when Sea Leg Journeys, I'm gonna bring this up and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna be done with it. When Sea Leg Journeys, because I was in there and it was a big to do
There's a
that
bunch
morning.
of married women in that chat
It
that
was
day.
it was a it, yeah, and uh, Chet
Mm-hmm.
brought it up, and it was funny to everybody.
Yep.
Everybody, Chet brought it up that he's gonna have to have and get a sugar mama. I don't know if any. I know you weren't in it, Muster, but they had a big chat because they had an announcement and all this other stuff going on. And I think Sharon Rowland might have been in there because she's around everybody's chat. And so this is what happened when Chad said he needed a sugar mama to go on cruises. Everybody, all the women, all the adult women,
The wives,
yeah, wives said, "Oh, yeah, I don't have a problem with that."
right.
Because, but then, and
it was taken in the context in which it was given.
a joke.
A joke.
Okay, because we all know that Carrie Underwood, is that who it is?
Yeah, Carrie Underwood.
Okay. Carrie Underwood is not, and hopefully I'm just saying it, is not ever going to watch one of our vlogs
Right.
and be offended. She might be what is that word that people like? Okay, let me tell you. I had cancer. I'm gonna change the subject. I had cancer in my parathyroids, and I also had cancer in another private area. And the one that I had up here affected my memory and words. That's why sometimes I don't talk during the broadcast,
Right.
you know. And I did have speech therapy and all that other hoopla. But Z said, and he's probably in the background, so I'm not going to say anything that he didn't say. Z said, because we didn't tell him who said it, he said that he was going to pray about it and he was going to be missing for a couple of days.
Off of the show.
Off the show. So that's why you don't see Z this morning. You know, we talked to him and it is the way it is, you know.
And I'm gonna continue to rally behind Z because I'll fully support him in his endeavors of remaining sober.
Yeah, and
there are much bigger issues at play here. And me as an artist personally, I don't have time for the complaint department.
Okay, but and he gets a lot of things, not all the time, but just
both times we had a troll. Message. You know, I was trying to put our cruise vlogs together yesterday, and it just message after message,
and
after
it flows
message,
downhill.
Message.
When he gets frustrated, it flows downhill. It's like a corporate chain. It flows downhill. It goes to me, and I say, "What is it, baby?" Da, 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 da. And then what do you need? And then he had to take the kids to the doctor because remember yesterday, one of them had a toothache, and then we just went ahead and did both twins to the doctor, and while me and Gracie sit. But now we're going to go on with the show, and we're glad that you're here.
Yes.
Welcome everybody to the show.
Yes, and welcome into the. Well, first of all, we want to welcome in our host Eddie Lugo Studios. How you doing this morning?
Not awake, but I'm here.
Okay, tell Alice I love her. I haven't seen her since I've been back Sunday, but I haven't seen my bestie. I haven't seen my bestie since.
She went to work yesterday and also today. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Scott, how you feeling? You good? All right. Some more people.
It's finally warm here now. So my wife said, hey, tomorrow's June. Can we stop running the heat in the morning?
Right. That sounds like a plan. We got some people have made it into the chat. Also, Cruising the World with Horton Novak. Good morning. We have Wellness with Frugal Mama has made it in.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I didn't catch you this morning because we were doing
we were dealing with something. Yeah. Fearless Rambler has made it in.
Good morning.
Bone Tire Travelers. I'm not sure if I'm
filling up the bucket. How can you forget?
Wait, no. The chat is still scrolling here. Midlife Travels.
Good morning,
Fats and Trey.
Good morning, Fats. Good morning, Edna's World.
Pier Runners has made it in. Good morning,
Edna. I thought you were on a cruise. I did. I thought she was on a cruise with House of X, or they're going on a cruise together.
Maybe. Cruising on the High Season Travel. Chimed in to the topic for this morning. Says, amen. Well said to take it up with the individual one-on-one.
That's what we learned. Going back to your thing, that is what we learned on the Vloggers Cruise this past week when we were on the celebration. Because believe it or not, those big name cruise people, I'm not talking about Don's Vacation and
no.
Tony.
Well, big to us, yeah,
big to us. The ones we were on the cruise with, they were talking about drama and how they handle it, which I said, man, if that's how they handle it, then I need to take their points.
Yeah, there's some best practices out there that you should live your life by.
Yeah.
Sharon Rowland has made it in. Good morning.
Yes.
Let's see who else.
House of X is in here.
Oh yes, yeah. House of X just made it into the chat. Hello, welcome in. Together We Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Edna's World.
Yes, and Edna, are you on a cruise? Because I honestly thought she was on a cruise. I really did.
And filling up the bucket also said something. Hate that this happened to him. Life is short. Life is too short for drama. Don't do that. Bob is a cancer survivor. This is why we do what we do.
Okay, so you understand. I sometimes.
Oh, One Busy Mom just made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Welcome in, and she is a one busy.
If I can just throw in just one quick little personal thing that I had on my channel, okay.
Yes.
I had this, what was viral for me, right? It was my most watched video at the time. And my channel was still relatively new. It was in the early restart days. And I had, honestly, over 100 people throughout. I probably had over 600 comments on that video.
Oh, wow.
But I had over 100 of those comments all having an issue with me wearing sunglasses.
Right. I remember you saying
if I had to stop everything that I was doing to address every single one to say, this is why, like, first of all, this is my channel, right? So if I'm wearing sunglasses, I'm wearing sunglasses. It's not open for debate. It's not open for discussion. It's not, you tell me what you think I should be doing on my channel. No, it's my channel, right? So if you don't like my sunglasses, then okay. I would hope that my channel would be more about, delivering content to people that are interested in that content. And if you are interested in the content that my channel is producing and you don't want to watch it simply because I'm wearing sunglasses while I deliver that content, then okay, but I'm not going to take time out of my day or my life to address you about it. You can simply just move on. Now, I still get comments nowhere near to that degree, but I still get comments. In fact, I just had a comment about 2 weeks ago, and somebody said, "What's with the sunglasses?" I leave it alone. That's how I did address a couple of them in the early, when it first happened. And I just said, this is my thing. This is what I do. And I might have even said to somebody else, there are a lot of YouTubers out there, right? One of the first YouTubers I started watching when I started thinking about doing a YouTube channel, it has nothing to do with cruising. He wears sunglasses. In fact, every time he breaks a pair of sunglasses, he has to actually make new ones because he has very unique sunglasses that he made himself. He has to make another pair and stuff. He even did a video about how he makes his own sunglasses and stuff. Anyway, my whole point is that I just decided that every single time I got a message about something like that, I would just ignore it because I don't have time for it. And I certainly wouldn't take time out of anything that I had to do that day so that I could address it. So I just ignore it. I leave it alone. I don't say anything. But there was one person in particular, and that guy, he lost his mind in my comments. He was like, if I see another video of yours, I'm going to unsubscribe and I'm going to tell everybody I know not to watch your channel. I was just like, bye. There's an option for creators that a creator can go in and click on a comment and say, hide this user from your channel. And that's simply what I did because that was really over the top about me wearing sunglasses. And I don't need that person watching my channel at all under any circumstance. So I would never normally do that for a person who disagreed with me ever. I would never do that ever. I would welcome that disagreement. I would welcome the opinion and the personal position that that it offers, because I don't think we should suppress any, opinions about things. But at the same time, there is a line. So that particular guy crossed the line for me. So I just simply hit him so that I didn't have to hear about it anymore. And then on going forward, I just decided anybody who leaves a comment on my videos about me wearing sunglasses during my videos simply just does not get a reply. Now, if the comment is benign and harmless, I leave it. I don't delete it. I don't hide it. I leave it, and I just don't reply to it. If it would be something that crossed the line, I would, of course, delete it and then hide that user so that they can't come back and comment again. But that's just the way I feel about it. And again, like, I'm a creator. I'm here trying to create content for my viewers and to share my opinions and everything else. I do not have time for people to weigh in on what they think should be happening on my channel.
That's right.
Period. My channel is about a very specific thing. And if you like that content, then you're going to be here to see it. And if you don't like the content, then there's 750 million additional YouTube channels you can go on.
Yes, there is. Rooted in Essential Oils, Always Tam Tam has made it in. Good morning. Let's see. The Bud Files has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Bud Files.
We also got, let's see. I know I see some more. Sherry SG Channel has made it in. Good morning.
Y'all, if you haven't subscribed to Sherry SG, please do. And Sherry, one of our cabin stewards was from the Philippines. And I told them about you and Nets V blog. And we talked for a good minute. The other guy was from Indonesia.
And Alice Lugo has a comment for you here. Hello, my bestie Cheryl and Jeremy, Eddie, Scott, and everyone in the chat. I'm here lurking while working and showing support. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you, Alice, my bestie.
Ich liebe dich.
and Miss Sunkiss, Queen. I call her Queen. I don't call her the Sunkiss. I call her Queen. It's like with Snoop. I say, hey, Swoop.
Rob has a question.
Oh, okay. Hang on one moment. We're going. Oh, CK Life Community CK Life Community Kinship Life has made it in. Good morning. And let's see where the question. Oh, T Dub has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, T Dub.
Okay. I'm trying to find. Okay.
I see it.
Can you explain
how you hide a user from a channel?
Yes. They can no longer view your content or just don't see any more comments from them ever again. From what I understand, it blocks the user from viewing your channel at all. Like they can't get to your content after you block them from that particular Google account. What they can do is create another Google account and view your content from there.
Yeah.
You know, it's a quick 5-minute thing. And that's how trolls keep coming back, is that they just simply create another Google account and come in as a different user. So you got to watch out for repeat offenders also.
Yeah. I would never use, like I said, I've only used that option once. Just because I don't mind people disagreeing with me. I invite it.
Right. Me too. I invite it.
I mean, I want to see that. I want to see that people have a differing opinion. Yes. I want to know that. So, but there's lines. And when you cross that line, you just have to do it. That particular guy really he was losing his mind on my comment section about, and it was all related to my sunglasses, which was just crazy. So I was like, okay, you have to go. So.
Okay, let's see. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning, Jennifer. How are you?
And let's see. There was another comment here. Nettie and JT has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Chi-Town.
Chicago in the house. I hope it's warming up there.
Me too.
And Miss Queen Sunkiss says they can still view. They just can't comment.
Oh.
Let's see. I know that if it happens here in the studio, there is a way to block them from coming into the panel by saying either hide user from channel or from studio or ban user from studio. That's another tool that we have at our disposal on StreamYard. PSV Odyssey has made it in. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Now, on this day in history, Clint Eastwood was born. On this day in 1962.
Is he still living?
According to here, I think
so.
Oh, yeah. Really? He's old.
Yep.
He's a badass. That's why he's still around.
Oh, right. Yeah, Clint is not to be messed with.
Oh yeah, he is. I've watched everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. The one I like the most is Pale Rider. That I like that one. Where he's the savior of this little mining town. I like that.
Priest.
In 1790, on this day in history, the United States established a copyright law. So we know where when that came. YouTube. Thank you. In 1819, American poet, essayist, and journalist Walt Whitman was born on Long Island, New York.
YOYOYO.
YOYOYO.
Long
Island in the house. Let's see. There was another one that I saw here.
And later had a bridge named after him.
In 1921, the Tulsa Race Massacre began in Oklahoma as mobs of both African American and whites descended on the courthouse where a black man who was accused of assaulting a white woman was being held. In the ensuing violence, Tulsa's prosperous black neighborhood of Greenwood was destroyed, and as many as 300 people were killed, mostly African Americans. American gridiron football player Joe Namath was born in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania.
Joe Namath used to be the man back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't watch football. I love football. And Joe Namath was the man back in the day.
And this doesn't have anything to do with cruising, but I'm going to read it anyway. In 2009, Melvina Dean, the last known person to have survived the sinking of the Titanic in 1912, died in Southampton, England. She was 9 weeks old at the time of the disaster.
Oh wow! And
Mm,
she survived.
That was in 2009, the last surviving member on this
incredible.
day in
I wonder
history.
how she survived at being that young.
She probably made one of the lifeboats.
Oh yeah,
That
you're
would be my
right.
guess.
Yeah, the children and women went 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, Scott, do we have any travel or cruise news this morning?
Yes, we do have some cruise news. So, unprecedented surge in cruise ship occupancy rates. The cruise industry is witnessing unprecedented growth with occupancy rates exceeding 100%. The
Yes.
surge in popularity is leading to a trend of overbooking, where guests are being asked to rebook to a different cruise and being offered onboard credit and many other perks. The situation raises concerns about the implications of this increasing demand. This trend, positive or alarming for the cruise industry and its guests. With 39.5 million guests projected to sail on board a cruise ship by 2027, there's certainly space for discussion on whether the cruise industry's growth is excessive.
Mm.
So the article goes on to explain that Royal Caribbean's current occupancy rate is 102.1, that
Dang.
Norwegian's is 101.5, and that Carnival slightly trails at 91% occupancy rates. It also goes on to point out that prior to the shutdown, the occupancy rates for most cruise lines at that time were actually anywhere from 106 to 110% prior to the shutdown. So, although that isn't obviously back to that number, it is trending back that way, and it's not really due to the pent up demand, although that's what's bringing things back to the way they were. And then moving on, the second story, kind of a bummer story, is contacting Carnival Cruise Line brand ambassador now trickier. So it says here, not only is Carnival Cruise Lines one of the largest and most popular cruise lines in the world, but also one of the easiest to contact with a wide variety of questions.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most popular figures in the cruising industry, thanks to his amiable and occasionally quirky character, extensive cruise experience, and personal interactions with guests, John Heald has a strong social media presence, including on his
Mm-hmm.
popular Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
To date, more than 466,000 people follow John Heald's Facebook page, which he uses on nearly a daily basis to interact with guests, past guests, future guests, and everyone in between.
Mm-hmm.
A change to Facebook's operations, however, has now made the interactions more difficult.
Oh,
Community posts are no longer permitted directly on Heald's page. This means that Facebook users cannot make a direct post on his page to which Heald and his assistant Jacinta would generally respond. Heald, however, has quickly instituted a workaround for communicating with guests by pinning a daily featured question, reviews, comments post to the top of his page. And as other users can still comment on his post, that will provide a single designated location for such questions. So Heald goes on to he was quoted by saying, "One of the reasons this page is so popular is not because of me, but because of all of you and your ability to share your thoughts, your reviews, your
Mm-hmm.
price of the cruise, your requests for future cruises, and any comments that you have. And I will not let that foundation be disturbed."
Oh, that's wonderful.
Expanding on that, I did see some kind of insider information or whatever that you could be coming up with a kind of a permanent fix where they don't utilize Facebook. They're also trying to work with Facebook to maybe try to get that decision or that policy repealed or whatever. So not sure what's going to happen with it. But it is, you know, it is unbelievable that you know, such a popular person like John Heald would, you know, suddenly be met with such, you know, difficulty, I guess, because that really is his primary and main way of communicating with cruisers. And I have communicated with him many times for clients, and he has really stepped up and taken charge of that situation. So that's the news.
I do too.
Okay. But yeah, that affects us all as creators, because I know that we those of us that use Facebook, we have a page and a group. They're both public. So I'm wondering if that affects lower level accounts as well.
I think it affects everybody. I think it was across the board. According to this article, it was across the board change that Facebook made
check on that
page.
And like you, Scott, I also interface with
John Heald.
John Heald. You know, I write stuff to him as well.
Right.
That's just what I do.
Like if I have a client or something that's going on a cruise or whatever, and I always, you know, and I can communicate with the cruise line and say, you know, can we do this special thing for them and stuff like that? And it's like anything else. It's like if a person, like a direct person was making that request directly, we'll see what we can do. We can't obviously guarantee it and stuff like that. I can almost guarantee to have that something special done for my clients simply by asking John to do it. So
yes.
I got another story. Ultra low fare carrier Frontier Airlines has introduced the Go Wild All-You-Can-Fly Fall and Winter Pass at a limited time price of $299 while supplies last. The Go Wild Fall and Winter Pass is valid for unlimited travel from September 2nd, 2023 through February 29th, 2024, and includes access to more than 85 U.S. and international U.S. destinations. The airline also launched a new early booking promotion. Pass holders can visit flyfrontier.com between now and June 13th to book flights from September 5th through November 15th with their seasonal or annual pass validity period without the standard advance reservation window of 1 day prior to departure for domestic travel and 10 days prior to departure for international travel. Pass holders are encouraged to book now as seats are limited. Promotional booking availability is on a first come, first served basis, and blackout dates apply. Not all flights will be available. Go Wild Pass holders can enjoy the Frontier travel experience by signing up for Frontier Airlines World MasterCard. All card holders receive priority boarding and, upon attaining elite status, a complimentary carry-on bag and pre-assigned seat selection. U.S. consumers who want to fast track to elite status and possess an eligible travel rewards card can take advantage of a recently launched Frontier Elite 20K promotion without needing to have status with another airline or being required to fly. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's unlimited flights that they're selling for $299. Now, whenever you do book one of these flights, it says new pass holders can book travel immediately following their pass purchase. For each Go Wild flight, pass holders pay 1 cent in airfare plus applicable taxes, fees, and charges at the time of booking. Seats available to pass holders are capacity controlled, limited in quantity, and are being offered on a first come, first served basis while supplies last. For bookings made June 14th onward, pass holders may continue to make reservations using their Go Wild Pass under the standard booking window and program terms.
Okay, everybody that's in the chat and on the replay, we have 2 travel agents on this panel. Scott with Mustard Drill and Jeremy with JNS Adventures. So please, if you want to book a cruise, a flight, a hotel, or any of those things, or resort even, contact one of the 2 guys here.
And Cruising the World with Horton Novak says, it's your style, your trademark, your channel. Good on you. Talking to you, Scott.
It really is. And I forgot that I had on shades, but my eyes were hurting the other day.
Right.
You know, that was.
And T-Dub says, you look refreshed after your cruise. Glad you had a good time.
OT Dub, I can't wait to cruise with you all because we had fun, and I'm looking forward to the October cruise,
The booze cruise.
the booze cruise, as well as Eddie's cruise. You might want him to talk about his cruise. You know,
Yes.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
let's talk about it.
October 28th, 2024, leaving out of Tampa on the Carnival Paradise. We're going to go to Key West, leaving on Monday. Key West, Montego Bay, in Grand Cayman. 6 days paradise, hanging out with all of us. It's going to be great. You could reserve with $25 down, refundable. You could pay. You need to pay your deposit by May 2024 and pay off your cruise by July 2024. You got plenty of time. Cabins are moving. Balconies are very short in demand. So you know that you want a balcony, you better app to it. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com for more details. And it's running around $459 a cabin per person. I believe it's a very affordable price. It's gonna be around 1,400 for two people, so it's gonna be nice. It's a small ship, smaller. It's gonna be less crowd, about 3,000 people. It's gonna be more fun. All of us are gonna be there. Hopefully, Mr. Scott from the Mustard Drill will join us too. And talking about Ocean to Ocean, he's here in the chat. So let's
morning.
give him a holla, get in touch with him. Also, like Cheryl says, Jeremy is also a travel agent. Also, Scott is also a travel agent. So for any information that you guys need in any other cruising or transportation or vacation moves, get in touch.
All right. We also have a video that was made for this sailing as well. Enjoy the clip.
Enjoy.
Booze Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
Another thing is that this video was produced by Mike and Rihanna Adventures. They are also in charge of the Facebook group for such a cruise. So please join Facebook, check out the channel. Mike is always posting stuff there. There's information that you could use. Check it out. Your concerns or anything, you could go through that Facebook group. And Mike will contact me if any questions that we need to take care of. Contact also Bruce. He will let you know about your travel arrangements. And it should be a great deal. It's about a year now in some way.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to get your stuff together and get organized. Pack your bags and let's get ready to rock and roll.
All
I'm
right.
telling you, that was good because the ports, I'm telling you, every port that is going on this second secret booze cruise is wonderful. I love Grand Caymans is my favorite. Jamaica, man, I love it.
You know, I have not been to Key West enough times to satisfy my, like I really like Key West. And I've only actually been there on one cruise where I got to stay more than a couple of hours. Every other cruise I've been there on was like getting there at like 10 and leaving at 1. I'm like,
Right.
why are we even stopping? Right.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
crazy. So one time I got to spend the whole day there. I went to Hemingway's house and I was at the Eisenhower, or the Truman White House and stuff was there and stuff like that. So it was really great day. So I had a really good time. I can't wait to go back to that port. There's just not that many ships going there. Definitely one of my favorite ports. Love it.
Yes,
He loves
Key
it.
West is worth.
He loves it so much. He took pictures of the chickens and the roosters.
Yep, the rooster is still my.
Yep.
And the cats.
James Cantniece has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, James. And James is also. Oh no, that's Sportman. That's Sportman that's having it. Am I right, Eddie? It's Sportman that's having Kenneth. He's got the group cruise
Mhm.
as
Yes,
well.
in November. November
Okay.
11th through the 16th, out of Charleston, South Carolina. Going
Right.
to one of their K islands, and then to Nassau. And by the way, Nassau is open fully now.
Cool.
It finally opened yesterday.
Good.
Growing What I Eat has come in this
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning. See, please connect. Just because they're not in the cruise community, they are very supportive.
Mm-hmm.
The homestead community is very. Cherry's SG's community is very supportive. The craft community, in fact, the music community that we just found, because Jeremy is a drummer, and we found this one community that is very, but he can't sing the song. They sung a song for Jeremy, well, for our channel JNS, and Jeremy goes around the house and sings it,
Yeah, because it was special. I popped into the chat and he sang us a song for the channel. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Scott McNeil, good morning.
Good morning, Scott.
Hammer! Doors in the house.
And Bruce, Bruce came in. Purpose K has came in. Good morning.
Good morning, Bruce. Can't wait to meet you, Bruce. I'm telling you, we had such a great time on this first group cruise that he and I attended this past week. And I'm looking forward to the booze cruise. I am.
Speaking of Booze Cruise 2.0, filling up the bucket, just said, I think we are going to go. We have Hawaii in October next year, but I'll have to reschedule Hawaii. Can't do that much time off from work in a month.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweet. You're more than welcome. Come on. Come on down.
Yeah. Come on down.
Yeah, a cruise is better than Hawaii anyway.
Especially when you're going down the Mississippi River.
And no, they're talking about Tampa.
Oh, Tampa.
Tampa, yeah. Bruce Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
This year we're going through the Mississippi. You're gonna love that.
Oh, snap! And Stony Productions has made it in. Good
morning.
Hey, Stony, what up?
I'm going back, Stony, and I'm watching all the things I missed for 9 days. We were gone 9 days. For 9 days.
Oh, snap! Hey, Scott McNeil. Scott McNeil says he saw us on Lee's vlog the other day.
Oh, okay.
That was really nice of him to do that for us. He didn't have to, because really he was right in the middle of a vlog with a very low battery. So I'm really appreciative.
And let me tell you, anybody that's going on the celebration with Lee, I just did my survey for Carnival, and I was overwhelmed with good stuff. To say, Lee is very personable, isn't he? He comes up to you.
He's a good cruise director for sure.
Yeah,
he was on. Yeah, so the second time I was on Mardi Gras, he was the cruise director.
Yes.
And then of course he's a cruise director on Celebration when I was on it in December of last year. He's not my favorite one. He's not my favorite Carnival director though.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Yeah, he's actually not been back for a while, but I think he is still a cruise director for Carnival, but he's not. I don't think he's back yet, but he is Everson, the Reverend Dr. E. So, and he produced this song that he plays every morning. So, and you can get it like on iTunes and stuff like that. I'm sure you can get it, like you can just Google it and find it, or it's on YouTube or whatever. But I don't know. He just has a charisma about himself that I really like. I mean, listen, I like a lot of cruise directors and Carnival, and I had this really great conversation with Frank the Tank. Have you ever met him?
Never met him.
Carnival cruise director, right? So I had this really great conversation with him in Bimini at the Bimini Beach Club during the early days of the restart about how Carnival, a couple of years ago, Carnival decided that they were going to make this massive shift in how their cruise directors conducted themselves and how the ships went versus like cruise directors on all the other lines. So like they don't have an assistant cruise director on most Carnival ships.
Right.
And the reason why is because they, all the other cruise lines do. So every ship has an assistant and maybe even an assistant. But in any event, Carnival decided they were going to shift it. There's only a single cruise director, and that cruise director was just going, the energy and the focus and everything was going to just set them apart from the rest of the industry, from the rest of their competitors. And I really think that it paid off. I mean, Frank was actually a Royal Caribbean cruise director and left Royal Caribbean to come to Carnival because of that initiative, because he really he really wanted to start focusing on that higher energy, more kind of, interaction and stuff like that, where, on a lot of the Royal Caribbean ships, you will see the cruise director here and there, but most of the time, the cruise director on a Royal Caribbean ship is somebody you hear and not see.
Oh, and let me ask you a question, because this was the first day of the cruise, Scott, and on the ships, you know what I'm gonna say, right? On the ships in Galveston, they have ding or a boom, boom, for when they're doing an announcement. I've only had one drink.
It comes on like as you're like dun 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 or something like that.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay, but I only had one drink by this time, just one, and it wasn't one that I drank all of it. Just a little bit for me. And we were on our way to our room. And I had stepped across the room, and Jeremy was still bringing in the luggage. And his luggage was, had to be brought in. I didn't have mine yet. So I heard this ding dong.
It's a doorbell sound.
And you know what I said? I said, oh my God, the celebration has a doorbell.
She thought somebody was ringing our doorbell to our stateroom.
And then he said, he said, that's an announcement.
That was funny.
So I wanted to ask you guys, it kind of looked like your cabin was similar to mine on Celebration. So mine was a little unusual. It was like a square, and the closets were actually over along the one side of the bed.
Yes.
And
no.
Okay. So like mine. So like mine was like in the middle. So like it wasn't down along the halls. It was like in one of the in-between halls, right? So the room was square. So when I walked in, the bed was like right there, but then right along the one side here was where the closets were, and the bathroom door was right there inside the door. And then my desk actually spanned the corner. So I had desk that went this way and then it went this way. And the mirror was like there and stuff like that. And it kind of looked like your room was similar, but you're saying no?
No, we had a standard interior where when you walk in, the closets are to your right and the restroom is to your left. Beyond that, around the corner to the bathroom is the desk, and then there's just the bed stuffed in that main portion.
Yeah, so my bathroom and closets were like right there along that wall as soon as you walked in, like right straight with the door. And it was the first time I've ever seen anything like that. I actually liked it more that way. I really felt like I had more room. So.
Okay, we're going to tell you a secret. He's not. Because we've had a secret that's been burning in my soul since Sunday.
Secret boosters.
Oh, wait. Well, no, wait. Wait, y'all going to say, what the what? That's what y'all going to say, I'm telling you. On Sunday, okay, granted, y'all know how many times he's flown. Twice since he's been out of the service, and he doesn't know all the ins and outs of flying. So, and this was our first time
Flying to a cruise.
Flying to a cruise,
Yeah.
and he likes putting the luggage out. I do not. Okay, I like to keep my luggage with me and take it down myself. So, because, like I said, Eddie was in my head, Eddie Lugo. I shopped in ports as well as on the ship. And because we took our luggage scale, I knew that we were going to be over. So I went to Carnival store, bought this duffel bag with Carnival on it, the blue and red thing. Well, this is such an embarrassing thing to say. I'm going to say it because you all are all my friends and I love you. And you know, I can't keep my mouth closed. Well, Eddie knows that. Eddie, because I tell everything.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what happened. We went to the zone 4 because I'm a platinum and I can get off the ship quick.
Yeah, I found out what happens to all of those zone tags before zone 6 comes out for the regular people. Is they give them to the diamonds and platinums.
So we were down in zone 4 picking up the luggage. And I put little ribbons on our luggage that we flew with.
Mm-hmm.
But because we were going to stuff the duffel bag in the overhead, there was nothing on there but the little blue zone thing that Carnival gives you. What happened was, this is what happened. Pray for me. My clothes.
Well, tell them what happened first.
Okay.
Zone 4.
Zone 4.
We're picking up luggage.
He was in charge of his bag, picking up from the zone 4, as well as the duffel bag. I spotted my luggage quick and got it. Okay. And I went to the center waiting for him. He didn't come the way he should have came. He went around the other way, you know. Potatoes, it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But he complained. And I knew what was in the bag because I packed it. It was my new clothes, my everything, his stuff that I had bought, the kids' souvenirs. It was just everything.
Yeah.
But it was nothing that was heavy. It was like 30 pounds because you did it. But all through the airport, he was complaining, oh, this is so heavy, so heavy. And I said, you know, I just blew it off. When we got to Texas, Houston International, he complained so much that we opened it before we got off the airplane in Houston. We had landed and everything, but we decided to sit there and see what was making it so heavy. It wasn't our, well, first off, we opened up the bag and it was some nasal spray. Well, neither one of us used that. And so he said, where did this come from? And I, you know, me, I was thinking of something. I said, well, maybe, just maybe, you bought it and forgot it, that you bought it. You know, I didn't know.
This was the other person's bag. You guys had mentioned that, right? This was the other person's bag that you brought back, right?
We brought somebody's bag. We brought somebody's bag to Houston with us and left ours in
Zone 4.
Zone 4 in the cruise terminal.
So
no.
I know. And we contacted Carnival, did a ID report thing so they could hopefully.
And you haven't heard from them. You haven't heard from Carnival on it.
Well,
no.
they send the standard. We got your email. Thank you for doing this. If we find your bag, you'll hear from us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with that situation right there.
So what? So was there anything super valuable in that bag?
My clothes.
Okay, all
My
right.
clothes that I didn't wear that Eddie told me to keep here in Galveston. It's really Eddie's fault. It's really
Say
Eddie's fault,
what?
you know, because he told me you don't need all those things. Well, I packed it just in case. It was new things that I've
Just
never
in case for
worn.
what? Just
Yeah,
in
like
case for
I
what?
stopped. I stopped a long time ago putting my bags out. I don't care if I don't care if I need 2 porters and a trunk. I'm
Right?
carrying it off with me. I
Listen,
just don't do it anymore.
listen,
So
listen. And I hate it, but he loves it. So I go ahead and let him do his thing.
now
And
I used to love that thing where you put your bags out and they took it all the way to the airline.
oh, see, I told you that.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But they don't do that anymore.
Nope.
So, but when they did that,
That was awesome. You right.
yeah.
And Althea Taylor, Natural Life, has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning out there.
Let me see.
I'm catching up on your stuff. There's a lot of people that I'm catching up on. Some people put out vlogs, and that's easier for me to do.
Hashtag Eddie's fault.
Yeah.
The Gaylors has made it in. Good morning.
Oh,
And House of X says we never put our bags out.
see?
Yeah.
But you're missing the whole thing, guys. It wasn't necessarily that we put the bags out in the hallway. The issue here is we didn't put a bag identifier on the bag that was checked out in the hallway. Had we put those ribbons on there, it would have been a whole lot easier, you know.
Yeah.
But it was a brand new bag.
Right.
We hadn't had the forethought that we're going to buy another bag to check to do. So
No, you're right.
I just didn't read the zone 4 tag. Okay, I just didn't read it.
I mean, when you were telling the story originally a couple of days ago, I was actually thinking to myself, bags look so similar today.
Yeah.
That you just really have to have something unique on there.
Yep.
So I had these old luggage tags from my cruise, from my travel agency at one point, and I had made the mistake of using thermal labels. And the problem with a thermal label is if it's exposed to UV light, it fades. Right. So what it was basically I printed these labels out, I put them on, and then it had like a sticky, like a piece of plastic you put over it. So the information on it faded. So it was basically like a blank luggage tag. But on the other side of the luggage tag had the name of my travel agency. And my wife had said to me at one point, well, since the information faded off of here, do you think maybe we should put new ones on? And I was like, why? Because you think somebody else has a luggage tag from Sail Away Cruise and Travel? Like, no, it's just us, right? Like, it's just us. So, like, it still worked in that scenario, but yeah.
Cool. And Coastal Water has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Bama Nola said it's always Eddie's fault.
It is, Bama. It is. It's always Eddie's fault. I'm going to have Alice throw a pillow at him. Wait.
And let's see it. Bone Tired Traveler says we always put green duct tape on our bags.
And we had purple ribbons.
Yeah, purple ribbons. So yeah, those that we didn't apply our advice, and as a result, we are missing a bag and our Curacao shirts. We had bought all new Curacao shirts for
and
ourselves.
a new flowered shirt for you for the Mardi Gras.
Yep.
But all of my clothes went in.
And let's see, we got some creators that we would like to highlight, feature for you today. They're all linked down in the description of this video. We invite you to follow every single one of them. First up is To Love, To Cruise. Next up is Together We Travel, which I think I saw them in the
They're in the chat.
Next up is Elisa's Adventures in Cruising.
Yes, we all know Alicia.
Next is Captain Billy J Travels.
And we know the captain.
And last is Patty's Southern Kitchen and More.
Please. She is good. She walks. and takes you on her walks with her.
Yep. And let's see, that's it for the cruise news. That's the featured channels. And speaking of featured channels, who all is coming on today? Eddie.
Here we go. So today,
I love it. I do. I love it.
at 9:30, half hour ago, Chances Travel had a premiere. A Moment in the World is coming up at 11 a.m. with Jarian.
Mhm.
Steve and Tina Jewell will have a premiere at noon. Roy and Becky's Travels, 1 p.m. Dark Histories, 5 p.m. Eastern. The Astute Tourists and Sherry Austin Sunsets will have their lives at 6 p.m. this evening. Ednat's World, the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla has a premiere at 7 p.m. Eastern. Who the heck are the Traveling Gilberts? Have a premiere at 7:30. D&G Explorers, Live with Mountain Folk, and Full Blown Country at 8 p.m. 9 p.m. we'll have MT Homestead and Tales Told in the Dark, The Real Silent Hill, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. Ooh. And
Mhm.
closing up the night tonight at 10 p.m. will be the Vineyard Farmhouse, 10 p.m. Eastern.
Mhm.
Bam!
All right.
It's a full day.
That is.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
definitely a full lineup
Yes,
right
there.
there.
Yes.
Catch these shows and premieres if you have the time.
Mhm.
And Midlife Travel says they use matching long scarves, cruise related, and tie it on the handle of their bags.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get him some glasses. Sorry. Oh my god.
Cheryl, there's a lot of stuff in Timu that you could get for your luggage.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
You know what? I'm telling you. I'm shopping.
She was putting her shopping cart together last night.
Last night.
See,
I got one
right
too.
there it is.
There it is.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
I got it.
Timu,
It's on-
Timu.
Yeah, I got the orange.
I got a
Timu.
big order coming too.
And I'm gonna do an unboxing when mine come. I'm gonna do like
Yes.
Yeah, unbagging.
unbag.
Unbagging.
I'm gonna unbag the orange.
Do they
bag.
always come in bags, or
Yes.
if you have larger
Most of the
ones-
time. Yeah, most of the time. So,
Oh,
Always in bags only and tight.
yes.
Some of the stuff inside is like this.
Yeah, I'm like,
wow.
I'm surprised how much they can get in like one of those bags. So it's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do an unbagging when my stuff come in.
And Mike and Rihanna says we have a suitcase that very colorful that stand out that we use.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
see, he's gonna get he wants to get his own luggage now.
Yeah, I want to get custom J&S luggage. That way it can't be denied. Because I bought
That's a
that.
good idea.
I bought that copyright. My logo is I don't know if it's trademarked, but would have to go through a different process for that. But that is definitely, that logo belongs to us. And
Okay,
think
I
that's the
seen it.
bag.
I seen it in other places in the Philippines.
Really?
The logo. The house with a palm tree. I
Mhm.
seen that in the Philippines.
Okay. Oh wow.
Orange Cone Vlog has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi Ross.
Hey, boss. And Coastal Waters is also here. Whale is back, still here. Very
Right, right.
And Nightbot. Nightbot is our
Hey,
faithful.
good morning,
He's our
Nightbot.
faithful chat guy. He's always in the chat.
Yes, he's loyal.
He's working overtime right now, daytime.
And
Mhm.
Eddie, have you seen Tokyo Dolphins? I haven't seen them.
It's been a while, yes.
Okay.
Been about a month since I saw them.
I hope they're okay.
I'm worried about them.
Yeah.
I'm that person that's the.
Yeah, but some channels go out for a while and come back, and then they hang out for
Right.
a while, and then they're gone again. So it could be one of those deals.
Oh, okay. Coastal Water says Timu does bag inbox.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I have like I think if you get a lot of stuff or it's really big, then it's in a box.
Mhm.
But it almost
75
always comes in a bag.
items, Scott. I've got 75 items.
I know, like like I finally convinced my wife to check it out, and she did. And then the next morning, I said, "So how was did you find stuff on Temu?" And she was like, I spent $70.
Mhm.
It was like, yeah.
Pure runners.
Yeah.
I love pure
And
runners too.
Canadian Family Life has come in.
Good morning.
Hello, welcome in.
Yeah, but Eddie, while on vacation, if I heard your name, you know what I told him? He said, I'm gonna tell Eddie. But you know what? I said, if I hear Eddie's voice, a name one more time on this vacation, I'm gonna do something to you.
Yeah.
You guys were hanging out with the other Eddie, 5150.
Yeah,
It
you
was
guys
you.
were hanging
It
out
was
with
you.
Eddie
It was
Huddle.
you.
When it came to shopping, it's you.
It was you.
Oh, okay.
When she bought that extra bag,
It
you know,
was
it's like,
you.
I'm
It was-
telling Eddie.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, he did.
Yep.
And it didn't matter who he was with, because he was with Norris Family Adventures, and he said, "I'm telling Eddie,
Yep.
Eddie Lugo."
Because we were talking about
No.
YouTube. We were talking about YouTube, and she kept on going and went shopping and came back to
Yeah.
tell me all about it.
Mhm.
Bone Tire Traveler says, I've had 2 big Shein orders recently. Haven't ordered Temu yet.
Oh,
And they also said their cart is up to $157.
Mm.
oh wow.
Bone Tired Travelers.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
bone tired. I use Sheen too, and one of my outfits that was taken in the bag that's lost in Zone 4
Mhm.
was from Sheen, and I hadn't even worn it yet. And
Sheena, I haven't looked at it yet. But
yeah, Sheen,
once I got involved with Timu, I divorced Wish, and I remarried to Timu. So
Mm.
you know what I did? I separated. I didn't divorce Amazon. I just separated from Amazon and I'm using Temu.
Hey, Jamaican Farmers Hut has made it in. Good
Good
morning.
morning. I was able to see some of your things on the trip that I just got off of Jamaica. And the reason being is I don't know why, but your things, this is something we need to tell them. Oh, this is very important. You remember how you put the phone in airplane mode and you don't get any notifications or whatever? No, not on the celebration. You put it on airplane mode, you put it on Carnival Wi-Fi, and you have your Carnival hub. Those notifications.
You still get I still got notifications from YouTube Studio. I still got notifications from
YouTube,
YouTube and
messages.
Instagram. I was getting my Instagram notifications mainly because I turned off Facebook notifications a long time ago. And the ones that you regularly get, you get them, but you can't click on them or see the stuff that's coming in.
And everybody was complaining about that.
Yeah.
And they were saying, I hope I'm not getting charged my data or whatever.
Right.
But so far, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the notifications sneak in, but you can't look at them.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that has never happened down here in Galveston, on the cruises.
A really super, super, super long time ago, I was on a Caribbean island. I flew there to stay there for a week, and I did not. And cell phones were like way different back then, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Didn't have an international data plan or anything. Like there was no data then, right? I didn't have an international plan though, and but occasionally when I was somewhere on the island, it would I would get these notifications on my phone about missed calls and stuff like that. They would sneak in even though I did not have a plan. So I think it's the nature of the technology. So
I don't know,
but I didn't like it. And nobody, and Mama Huddleston, she was saying, I'm getting them too. I hope I don't get charged.
Yeah, it happens all the time. So, but the other thing I notice sometimes too is there are certain emails that I will not get, even though I have the data, even though I have the internet package. There are certain so when I get back to wherever we're going, or if I get to a port where I'm actually turning my cellular on, like if I'm in Mexico, I have coverage and stuff like that as part of my plan.
That's
all
what
of a
we
sudden
have.
these emails will come in, they'll be days old. And I'm like, why didn't they come in when I was on the ship?
Right.
So like I get concerned about that a little bit, because if it's ever a really super important email for me, then I'm going to kind of be in trouble about it. But there's nothing you can do. So
Yep. Well, with that, I believe we are done with today's show. In conclusion of this one, and to wrap up everything that we were talking about in the very beginning, over here on JNS and Cruising is Fun Anytime, and I know Eddie Lugo does it too, so I could speak for him in this instance, is we love building up other channels, not tearing them down. We don't spend our time trying to tear down anybody's channel. I, as an artist, whenever I'm creating something, I don't need any distractions. That was super distracting to me yesterday, trying to put out a worthwhile cruise vlog that my audience will love. And I create my stuff so that nobody will be offended. We created this show to cover 4 main things. Okay, your cruise news, who's being featured today, who's coming on later, still being supportive, and also to wish you guys a good day and thank you for coming in to the channel and the chat. That is our purpose every single day. And we're going to keep on doing this. If you are looking for specific things to come from this channel or from this show that is not fulfilling your need, I will be the first one to let you know to please leave the show and go find whatever it is that you are looking for. I said it and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. We are not trying to hold you here hostage for any particular reason at all. That's what I wanted to say during this whole show. Everybody, please love and take care of each other out there. Do your best to build somebody up today. Okay? Do your best to build somebody up today, not tear them down. Please hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And always remember, we love you guys.
We do.
Thank you so much for coming in and tuning into our show. We'll see you later.
Okay.